Hello, Gator Country fans. I'm Cassidy Hill here with Nick Delatorre on the last day of SEC Media Days 2015, which means we are just around the corner, just around the river bend, as Pocahontas would say, from football season. And you might be wondering what I'm doing with all these trophies in my arm. I had a really good night at the ESPYs last night. No, I'm just kidding. These are my cousin's trophies, and I'm hoping to get them back to him before he realizes I've stolen them. But as a last recap of these SEC Media Days, we have decided to do our own little version of the Dundie Awards. And I'm springing these on Nick as we go. So how about I name a winner and you name a winner for each category?
Sounds good.
Sounds good? Okay, so here, I'm going to let you take the mic. This is a big day for you.
I feel like I just graduated.
He has risen to the top. Let's start with, I want to go with this one. This one looks cool. And this guy has obviously just like hit a home run. That's what I'm getting here from this 2010 AA Champs Mets. So for this one, we're going to go with the guy who was the most confident, the guy who showed the most poise, the most, a tad bit of cockiness, and the most confidence heading into football season.
Who are you going with?
You tell me yours first.
For me, I think I'm going to go with Matty Mock. He's a guy who's been here before, was very confident, talking about, a lot of times Missouri's getting overlooked. We haven't really picked them to win the SEC. They weren't picked to win the SEC East again this year, and they've won it the last 2 years. So Matty Mock kind of came in with a chip on his shoulder, almost angry to the point where, well, we've done it 2 years in a row. Why are we getting overlooked again? And then obviously, having already been here and gone through this gauntlet, this circus, he knew what to expect. So I'm going to give Matty Mock my most confident award.
It is a circus. You can even see him like packing up behind us. My most confident was actually gonna go to Vernon Hargraves, and that was who I had thought about giving it to until today when I got to talk to Leonard Fournette, and he just took it in a landslide for me. He was confident, he was poised, he was very well spoken. He did have that just a tinge bit of cockiness to him that you almost kind of need to be successful in this league. He talked about the Heisman pose that he struck last year after his first touchdown. He said it was a mistake. He shouldn't have done it. It was immature. He apologized to his team. But he said it in that way where you could almost tell he was thinking in his head, but I knew I could do it. Like, I know I'm going to win it eventually.
It was a mistake because he got yelled at by Les Miles
right.
after doing it. But it might not be a mistake if he ends up with that trophy
right.
At the end of his career soon.
He'll hit it again, I'm sure, at some point. So Leonard Fournette, that's my most confident guy. Yours is Matty Mock. We'll see who's right at the end of the season. So that's one down.
As we go through these, it's going to be easier for you to hold them.
Yeah, I know.
Right
I've always dreamed of, winning a bunch of Oscars or Grammys or something. So this is a big moment for me. I'm getting a little teary-eyed.
Next award.
Teary-eyed. That's actually going to bring me to my next award. And I'm going to go with this one because it looks like a participation award. Guy most likely to make you cry. You go first.
I'm going to go with a mix, too.
Okay.
My first one would be John Bullard. He had a great story. I got a chance to write about it, about his grandmother passing away his freshman year. Someone who helped raise him after his parents' divorce. It was very tough for him to lose his grandmother. Inspirational to see how he's kind of used her life and the things that she taught him to continue his football career. And then Malcolm Mitchell, someone who has dealt with so many injuries throughout his career, and to see that he's stayed focused, hasn't let that get him down, and now he's writing children's books and trying to inspire kids to read and take their education seriously. A lot of football players think, well, I'm going to go to this school, play for 3 years, and then I'll be in the NFL and I'll be a millionaire. And that's not really how it works. So, Malcolm, that was his thought process, and he told us that today. I thought I was going to be at Georgia for 3 years and then go to the NFL. He's a redshirt senior. He's been at Georgia in Athens for a long time. And I think to get that message out that you need to have a backup plan, that your education, that little piece of paper, the most expensive piece of paper any of us get, a degree is something that they can't take away from you. Your abilities and Mother Nature is undefeated. Time stops for nobody, so at some point you're going to need to have something to fall back on. And I think he is inspiring kids to take their education more seriously.
Well, y'all are going to think we discussed this ahead of time, and I can promise you we did not.
We did not.
But I had the same, too. I was going to go with both of those as well. Jonathan Bullard, just to see how he has used his grandmother's push, like her pushing him, and then to use her death to as a way to inspire others and to say, like, look, you still have to follow your dreams. That's what she wanted for me more than anything, was to follow my dreams. That's just so inspiring. Can't help but to bring a little bit of a tear to your eye. And Malcolm Mitchell's, I know, right? And Malcolm Mitchell as well. And it's not even so much as like a sad thing. It's just so like inspiring to see a guy who, I don't know if y'all remember, like a year or so ago, the videos came out of him going to the book clubs that he found in Athens, just because that had never been a thing to him. And these middle-aged ladies taught him how to love to read, and now he's writing children's books. Like, that's just a guy that you can look at and say, who cares who he plays for on the field? Who cares what he does on the field? Off the field, that's a guy I want to emulate. So, John Bullard and Malcolm Mitchell, you get our Most Likely to Make You Cry Dundie Award.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We will ship you a replica.
No, we won't.
I'm sure that's against NCAA violations. Okay, let's go with for this one, because this looks like a guy who's going to shoot a basketball and then do some trash talking after he drains the three. I'm getting really imaginative with these trophies. Best line. Spurrier calls this talking season, and that's what it is. We always look forward to Spurrier, look forward to Les Miles, and lately looking forward to the Arkansas head coach, Brett Bielema. For you, though, who had the best line of SEC Media Days?
It's going to be Brett Bielema. The head hog stole the bacon, in my opinion, here. You're welcome.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Steve Spurrier was talking about how a couple teams, Tennessee and Arkansas, finished at 7-5, and they were doing cartwheels, backflips, because they were excited about that. He said, South Carolina, it's not something we get excited about. Brett Bielema was asked about that, and he said, well, if you look at this body, it doesn't matter what kind of shoes, great shoes he was wearing, by the way, it doesn't matter what kind of shoes I'm wearing, if they have rockets on them, this body's not made for backflips or cartwheels. So Brett had a bunch of good lines. He must be a treasure to cover, because he always seems to have something to say, but that he will get mine for that.
And this is him on his best behavior. I just want to know what he's like in the locker room after practice one day.
I want to go on vacation with Brett.
Yes.
I want to go on all expenses paid.
I feel like he would get like a banana boat and go out in the water or something. Okay, we're just getting a little bit too personal now. My best line is actually on the flip side of that, and it came from today, Les Miles, saying, I'm wearing regular shoes and regular socks because of the Brett Bielema, Dan Mullen little shoe feud, Nike, Adidas. Les Miles basically just came in and said, I don't care about the shoes. I'm here to discuss football. Although he did fill us in on his family vacation. That's very Les. But that kind of just summed up the end of media days. It's crazy. It's a circus. People want to focus on the outfits and what all gets said and everyone's family vacation. But at the end of the day, football's right around the corner.
I did have great shoes on today and throughout the week. I'll make sure Cassidy puts
There was an intense sock competition going on all week between GatorCountry and the Gainesville Sun. You want to tell them who won?
GatorCountry won.
I think it was hands down, too. Okay, so that was our best line. Last one. This trophy has nothing to do with the category except that it's the last one left. And the most important one for Media Days, as we just discussed, best dressed.
Best dressed.
You can't say yourself.
It's not fair. I don't have any eligibility left, or else I would have been best dressed. I'm going to go with Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette, blue suede shoes, red pants, khaki jacket, bow tie. Hands down, he was the one that went out on the limb.
So who has the best one?
I say me. You know, who got the best outfit? I'm original. All right. I'm original. Well, he's original, but I wanted to be different with the red. You know.
You gotta be confident
I
to
look
pull off
hot.
red.
Do I look hot?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
question?
Some LSU
I don't know
fans
if I'll make it in trouble for answering that.
Well, I think I look
some
good.
LSU fans might still be concerned you're thinking about Alabama.
Well, Coach Miles got on me. You know, he got on me. He don't like red. So, I told him at the end of the day, at least I look good.
Did you tie that bow tie?
Oh, no.
Is it a clip-on?
It's a clip-on.
I liked Vernon Hargreaves. He was in all black, bow tie.
Right.
There's a lot
Looks
of
sharp.
good outfits. Bow tie seems to be a very popular choice, but Leonard Fournette, if you've got the audacity to go with 4 different colors and pull it off, I'm going to go with you.
And he came in red after everyone knew that he was considering Alabama. He came at the same time that Georgia did, in a shade that I think the pants were like a Georgia red.
Very bright red.
You have to be confident to pull off that outfit any day of the week, but especially at SEC Media Days. That's why he gets my best dressed as well. And then an honorable mention. I'm going to go back to Jim McElwain for an honorable mention, pull this back into the Gators. He had a good line about the offensive line, saying that he was glad to get some more guys in there because he thought he was up next. And I guess that kind of shows you the state of Florida Gator football right now. Picked to finish fifth in the East, right?
That's actually the first time Florida's ever been picked to finish fifth. They've been picked to finish third twice in the 23 years that they've had the vote. This is the lowest Florida's ever been picked to finish.
So, but as we all know, the media doesn't have a great track record picking these champions.
Not a great track record. We picked correctly last year in Alabama, but no, not a great track record at all.
I mean, this year, Auburn was picked to win the SEC. Alabama was picked to win the West. I don't know if you know this, Gator Country fans, but they're in the same division.
What do we know?
So who knows? But as Les Miles pointed out, Alabama played them in the national championship one year without ever getting to Atlanta.
True.
Crazier things have happened, and they usually get kicked off here at SEC Media Days. I'm going to take the mic back to end this because I feel weird without it. You can have a trophy. Your socks earned it for you. And that's it for SEC Media Days. Any last thoughts? You got Spurrier, you got Les Miles, you got Georgie. Ole Miss going to be playing Florida this year. Florida went on the first day. It seems like weeks ago now. But any last thoughts from Media Days?
No last thoughts. If you are a highway patrol man, please don't pull me over. I'll be driving back to Florida.
And not too far away from fall camp. We'll be getting back into that, and which means
before you know it, we'll have Florida Media Day, and then we'll have Fan Day, and camp will get kicked off. So,
and then football will get kicked off.
Football soon.
Right around the corner. We'll be right there for you through it all. For GatorCountry.com, he's Nick Del Torre, and I'm Cassidy Hill. Have a good day.